Hi crafters, it's Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards, and today I am so excited to be sharing with you quite possibly one of our biggest launches of the year. So as you know, we always go all out at Christmas, and this year is no different. I've got the most luxurious, beautiful, sparkly Christmas collection to share with you all today. Now, this is something that we have been working on for a very long time behind the scenes at Chloe's Creative Cards. And if you love elegant Christmas cards, if you like traditional with a contemporary twist, and the beautiful metallics of golds, silvers, and those neutral colours, you are going to absolutely love this Christmas collection. Now, this is quite a large one, so this is going to be a bit of a longer unboxing video, and I'm going to show you some inspiration as well as to what you can be creating with some of the beautiful projects. We've got 3D embossing folders, we've got dies, we've got 8x8 embossing folders, we've got stamps and dies, we've got vellum, and we've got the most beautiful foiled paper pads in this collection. So we're going to unbox it together and we're going to have a little look at exactly what you can create with this gorgeous Gilded Christmas collection. So I'm going to pop the overhead camera in, and as you can see, I have got that lovely pink box in front of me. So this is what is jam-packed with the goodies. So we've actually split the collection down into two I Need It Alls. So we've got the first one here, which will come in the pink box. And then we've got an additional I Need It All, which is a mix of some 8x8 dies, some an 8x8 embossing folders as well. We've split those out because you will need an A4 die cutting machine to be able to use those. So let's dive on in and have a look. This is a weighty box, okay? Now, all of the details about this collection are listed in the description below. It will be available to buy from 6 p.m, that's UK time, on the 25th of July. So let's open this up and have a little look inside. I am so excited. Honestly, I've been bursting to tell you about some of the goodies in here, but I haven't been able to say it until now. So I'm really excited. So let's open this up, and instantly you can see it is packed with colour, packed with inspiration. So let's dive on in and have a little look through. So to start with, you all loved our flower builder collection that we brought to you back in January this year. So I felt that we needed something that did kind of that same thing using the beautiful 3D embossing folders, the stamps and the dies, but also with some beautiful coordinating vellum for Christmas. So that is the first part of this collection. So the first design is this beautiful modern Christmas rose 3D embossing folder, stamp and die set. So you've got the most gorgeous 3D embossing folder, which is going to emboss like this, look. This is just on some matte mirror card. And you can see you've got that lovely swirl design, you've got the berries and the holly as well. Absolutely stunning. So that's the first part of the collection. So you've got your 3D embossing folder, you've then got the coordinating stamps and the dies, and this is what you are going to be able to create with that particular design. Look at that, mixing the golds and the silvers and those beautiful metallics. You can see how gorgeous and sparkly that one then looks. So that's your Christmas rose 3D embossing folder, stamp and die set. Next up, we have, of course, got the most beautiful Christmas poinsettia 3D embossing folder, stamp and die set. And this is how that lovely 3D embossing folder embosses. Look at that. We've got the beautiful detail in the poinsettia, we've got the pine cone, we've got some berries, some holly leaves and some beautiful sprigs in there too. So you can see how beautiful that is going to be for your Christmas cards. It's 5x7 in size and a 3D embossing folder. So not only have you got that beautiful embossing folder, you've also got the stamps and you've got the dies that are going to coordinate as well. And this is the kind of thing that you can be creating with that folder. So again, we've got a little bit more contemporary with this one, mixing and matching with some of the vellum that also comes in the set and using one of the new stamps as well and one of the new dies. But you can see how beautiful that is. Really easy to create. You can stamp the stamps onto heat resistant acetate and emboss them and glitter them up. They are going to look absolutely beautiful. So that is your poinsettia 3D embossing folder, stamp and die set. Next up, now this is a design that some of you may actually recognise. So we've had this kind of design in the past. as a stamp and die set, but I felt it would work fantastically as a 3D embossing folder. So we've got our Christmas tree, a 3D embossing folder and die set. So you've got your beautiful embossing folder design, which again is 5x7 in size. And that is got the Christmas tree in there. It's got some kind of stars and little bits of snowfall in the background as well. And that is a 3D embossing folder. And then you've also got the die to cut out the Christmas tree so you can layer it up. And I just really want to show you this 3D embossing folder because look at how stunning that is. And that has just been embossed again onto some matte mirror card, but look at the depth and the detail that you've got in that design. It is absolutely beautiful. So with this one, if you want to be creating lovely simple cards, quick cards like this one for Christmas, of course you can do. Or if you want to take this to the next level, glitter it up, add your jewels and pearls onto here, of course you can do as well. It is an absolutely stunning design and one that's going to be fantastic for creating quick Christmas cards or also for creating some kind of more in-depth, more intricate designs as well. So that one is your Christmas tree, 3D embossing folder and metal die set. Next up, we have got another 3D embossing folder and this is gorgeous. So this one is called Hanging Baubles. And again, this is fantastic. If you just want to make a quick card, emboss this, die cut out the baubles, layer them up, it's going to look fantastic. So again in here, you've got your 3D embossing folder, which is 5x7 in size. And then you've got the metal dies that coordinate to cut out the little baubles too. So this is how that beautiful 3D embossing folder is going to emboss. Look at that. We've got all of those lovely swirl designs in there. We've got the beautiful baubles as well. And you can see the depth and the dimension that you've got on there is just fantastic. So that is your Hanging Baubles, a 3D embossing folder and die set. And again with this one, you can be creating some really beautiful projects. So this one here has just been embossed onto white and then we've layered up some of the baubles. Or if you want to take it to a larger project, you can do as well, like this one here, using it on an 8x8 and just matting and layering up those details. And if you like this Christmas wishes die, that is coming up soon too. So that's your Hanging Baubles, 3D embossing folder and die set. Next up, we have got a beautiful die. Now this one may look a little bit familiar again. We have done kind of like a birthday version of this in the past, but I just thought it would be absolutely stunning for Christmas. So this is your Floral Merry Christmas die. So it's a nice large die. It's 5.6 by 3.9 inches in size. And you've got that lovely large kind of floral details on there with Merry Christmas going across the middle. You do have Merry Christmas separated out as a separate die as well. So if you want a die, cut that from some mirror card or from glitter card or anything like that, of course you can be as well. So that's your Floral Merry Christmas metal die. And this is the kind of thing that you can be creating with this one. So using your glitters, paper piecing some of those elements in, it is going to look absolutely stunning. We've then got this one as well, which has been done all in silvers, but look at how you can kind of build that Merry Christmas up to give that three-dimensional effect. So those are the kind of projects that you're going to be able to make with that one. Next up, I did warn you this was a big collection. Next up, we have got the gorgeous Gilded Wreath stamp and die set. And this is a huge stamp set. It is A5 in size. So if I open this up, look, it's massive. So this is the largest wreath we've ever done. And this is something that we were kind of talking about in the office because we were thinking like, it's lovely having these wreaths for Christmas, but sometimes they're a little bit smaller. Whereas with a wreath, I think you want this kind of a real focal feature on your projects that is going to stand out. So that is your Gilded Wreath A5 stamp and die set. So you've got that beautiful wreath design that you can stamp and die cut out. You've then got some little bows and baubles and a holly sprig that you've got the matching dies for that you can decorate the wreath up with. And then you've got some snowflakes and little kind of berry sprigs and things that you can build the background up with. So these are the kind of projects that you are going to be able to make with that one. So you can see you can really make this nice and three-dimensional. Now the colour theme for this collection was all gold and silver. So that is what the majority of the card samples are in. But of course, if you wanted to, you could add a pop of colour into here as well. So that is your gilded wreath stamp and die set. This is another project as well that Christine's done, and she's mixed and matched it with some of the other elements. But then she's used one of the little sprig stamps and she's stamped it onto heat resistant acetate, cut it out and layered it up to add that extra depth and dimension. Just looks absolutely beautiful. So that's on an 8x8 card as well, so that will give you an idea of the size of this and how that is really going to fill the front of your project. So that is your gilded wreath stamp and die set. Now next up, this is kind of what pulls the collection all together. We've got the most beautiful 8x8 foiled paper pad. So in here you've got 16 designs and you've got 3 sheets of each. You've got gold and silver foiled accents, and these are all kind of done onto a neutral base. So that means these are going to coordinate with lots of different colours. You're going to be able to use this in lots of different ways. So we've got stars, we've got the most beautiful holly design, we've got snowflakes, we have got a lovely, I love this one, the Merry Christmas text. So you've got that Merry Christmas all across there. We've then got the beautiful stars again in gold, but you have got the printing in the background as well. We've got the most gorgeous tree design there too, really nice and contemporary. These ones are super useful. So it's like a splattering of foil. So these look fantastic in your backgrounds for your mats and layers. Just a little bit more kind of subtle than what your what mirror card would look like. Really, really lovely. So we've got those kind of designs. We've got that in gold and silver foiling. We've got that lovely Merry Christmas in gold as well. These look so rich, opulent and luxurious. We've got a beautiful reindeer design there. So you've got those little reindeers foiled all over the paper. We've got the beautiful snowflake chains. Look at those. They are just beautiful. You've got all of the little dots foiled as well on there. Next up, we've got another one using those lovely reindeer designs with the little trees as well. Really, really pretty. And then after that, we've got a most beautiful foliage kind of design. That looks lovely in the background of your projects. Next up, we've got this one here, which is a lovely stag. Really, really pretty for using in the background. That one's absolutely gorgeous. Then we've got this one, which is like all snowflakes all over, really delicate and intricate. If I hold that up, hopefully you'll be able to see that. And then we've also got this kind of design again, which is like that distressed kind of striped foil, which is beautiful. So that is your 8x8 gilded Christmas foiled paper pad. So again, you've got 48 sheets in there, 16 designs. So you get 3 sheets of each. And honestly, that paper pad is absolutely stunning. We don't tend to do many gilded paper pad, not gilded, foiled paper pads throughout the year, sorry now. But we do always like to try and do one for Christmas because I feel like it's the time of the year that you can just go all out. So, speaking about papers, next up we have got the most beautiful little 5x7 printed vellum pad. Now this is going to coordinate with the Christmas Rose and the Poinsettia 3D embossing folder stamp and die sets. So this is the same concept as the Flower Builder collection that we launched earlier this year. So what you are going to be able to do is take one of these little vellum sheets, pop it inside of the 3D embossing folder, run it through your die cutting machine, and then you are going to be able to emboss that pattern on it and cut it out. You can also stamp and emboss onto these too. They are absolutely beautiful. But what we have done with this particular pad, and you can see you've got lots of different colours in here. So we've given you the traditional reds for your poinsettias, we've given you a green, we've given you like a gold and a silver as well, like printed effect. And then you've also got a green in the poinsettia. Then for the Christmas roses, we've kind of looked at the colours that Christmas roses can come in. So we've got some kind of pinks and lilacs, pinks and purple kind of colours. We've got the beautiful green and yellow one. That looks stunning made up. And then you've also got the gold and silver as well that's going to go with the collection. So this little vellum pad is stunning. You've got 96 sheets in here in total, and you've got plenty of each design to kind of really get you going and get you crafting with this one. So what we've done is we listened in January, and what a lot of you asked for was you wanted the printing to go a little bit further around the flower. So if you didn't get it lined up perfectly each time, it didn't really matter because you'd still get the printing on there. So that is what we have done with this pad. We've added a little bit of extra bleed around the edge, which makes it a little bit easier if your die moves in your die cutting machine. screen or if the vellum moves in your embossing folder as well. So that makes it even easier to use our vellum pads. So that one is the Printed Christmas Flower Ombre Vellum Pad. So that is going to be fantastic for creating some lovely projects. Now I have got a little selection of cards that I can show you with these to give you an idea of the colours. So the reds are a little bit brighter in the final pad. These ones have been made using our sample ones, so the colours are slightly different due to the printing process, but it'll give you the same idea. So you can see how you can make up your lovely traditional poinsettias, but then if you want to go for something more contemporary with those Christmas roses in the lovely pink, of course you can do as well. So you can stamp and emboss onto this vellum. You can use it in the 3D embossing folder, or if you want to at Christmas, if you've got a lot of cards to make, you can just die cut it with the dies too. This one I absolutely love. So this is one of the Christmas rose designs, but you can see how almost lifelike that looks. Really, really pretty, and you can really build these up. This is another one too, using the Christmas rose, using one of the pink designs, really layering that up. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have got a lovely poinsettia as well. And that one's all been done in the red. Again, the red will be a little bit more vibrant in your pad than the one I'm showing you, as we have done them with the sample ones that we got sent a little while back. So that is your vellum pad. Next up, we've got even more stamps and dies. When I tell you this kit is going to do all of your Christmas cards, it seriously is, and more. So we've got the most beautiful shooting star stamp and die set. So this stamp set is A6 in size, so it's going to be really nice for creating a focal feature on your projects. You've then got a die that's going to cut this star out in the middle, and you've got a die for the little Christmas tree that your Wish Upon a Star, this Christmas sentiment fits onto. So this is gorgeous. This for quick cards, fantastic. This is, I think it's a 6x8 or a 5x7 card, this one, but you can see how you can stamp that star in the middle and layer it up and then add your little sentiment onto here. These little elements that we've used in the background as well, the stars, they all come from the stamp set, so they have just been stamped and embossed. Or if you want to take this up to the next level, you can stamp multiple of that shooting star onto your cards and glitter it up, and you can see that that's then the finished effect that gives you. You can add the little sentiment into the middle too, which looks so cute, and then all of these little stars in the background have been die cut using the die set. So that one is your shooting star stamp and die. Then next up we have got a beautiful stamp and die set. Now this is a large stamp and die set. So let me open it up. I'm going to show you. So your dies in this one, let me stick that die back on, coordinate with your stamps. So you've got a lovely DL stamp set. So this one has got all of the baubles in, and it's got this little bauble chain as well that you can be stamping, which looks lovely. So that is the Gilded baubles. So you get the bauble die, you also get dies for the little bows to put on top of the baubles. Now these look fantastic if you stick two together, just glue them in the middle and lift them up. Again, I've got finished card samples to show you. And then that Merry Christmas die, Christmas Wishes die, sorry, that you have seen on so many of the card samples comes included with this set. So you've got that beautiful Christmas Wishes. So that is your Gilded baubles stamp and die set. Let me pop that back into the packet so you can see that one there. Okay, now the projects you were going to be able to create with this one, now of course if you want to keep it simple you can do and make some kind of smaller cards with this. This is the one that I did. Wait a minute, let me fluff up the bows a bit here. It's got a little bit squashed in the pile that I've got down here. Let me just lift these up. There we go. Okay, so if we have a little look at this one here, this is the one that I did for the packaging. So all I've used is our quartz pearl card, which is like an off-white. I've used mercury glass embossing powder, twinkling lights embossing powder, and then a little bit of diamante sparkle glitter. But look at the bows on the top. Honestly, it just adds such a beautiful finish, and that Christmas Wishes die is just stunning. So you can do kind of simpler cards like this one. Or if you want to take it up, you can do on your 8x8 projects. You can see how fabulous that is then going to look. And you can be stamping these chains in the background and glittering them up. Now this one I've snuck in because this is one of Becca's and I thought it was gorgeous. But if you want to do it in like a more traditional colour theme as well, you can do too. And what you can do, if I tilt that up, I don't know if you'll be able to see, we have got a little video coming for Facebook showing you this technique, is you can stick multiple of the Christmas wishes together to create like a real thick 3D sentiment that then pops off your project. It looks fabulous. So that one is your Gilded Baubles stamp and die set. Okay, and then we've got 4 more elements, so we're getting there. Then we thought, we know that you were going to want some little verses to go inside your cards. So we've got 2 brand new A7 verses. So we've got Christmas Spirit, which reads, "May the wonderful spirit of Christmas remain throughout the year to warm your heart with kindness and fill your life with cheer. Merry Christmas." And then we've got Christmas Moments, which says, "May your Christmas hold many happy memories with those you love, and your new year bring you health and happiness. Happy Christmas." So those are the little verse stamps. Again, you'll have noticed them on some of the card samples on the front, but they also look fantastic to stamp your inserts as well. And we've separated off the Merry Christmas and the Happy Christmas. So you get like 2 stamps in each set, if that makes sense. So if you just want to use Merry Christmas or the Happy Christmas on your project, you can do as well. So those are your new little Christmas verse stamps. And then finally, we've got 2 Sparklicious glitters. So let me grab a pair of scissors so that I can open these up to show you. So these are like, it's like almost like a white glitter with slightly see-through with a little bit of silver in them. So these are really pretty. So these are going to look lovely as kind of snow and things like that on your projects. So we've got Moonbeam, which is the chunkier one. So you can see it's got those little silver flecks in there. Really, really lovely. So that one's Moonbeam Sparklicious Glitter. And then we've also got Starshine as well. So Starshine is the finer version of Moonbeam. So it's the same colour, but just a little bit finer. So you've got that lovely kind of pearly glitter with a little bit of a silver fleck in there. It's not a full white glitter, it is still a little bit transparent, but it looks lovely as snow and things like that on your projects. It gives that kind of frosty effect, which is lovely. So within the I Need It All collection, you are going to receive your 8x8 foiled paper pad. You are also going to get your Gilded Wreath stamp and die set. You are going to get your Gilded Baubles stamp and die set and your Shooting Star stamp and die set. You're of course going to get your 2 little Sparklicious glitters. You're going to get your Floral Merry Christmas metal die. You are going to get your Hanging Baubles 3D embossing folder and die set. You are also going to get your Christmas Tree 3D embossing folder and die set. You are going to get your Poinsettia 3D embossing folder, stamp and die. You are going to get your Christmas Rose 3D embossing folder, stamp and die. You are also going to get that beautiful vellum printed pad, which is going to coordinate with your Christmas Rose and your Poinsettia. And you are also going to get your Christmas Moments and Christmas Spirit A7 stamp set. Now, all of the details of where to buy this collection are listed in the description below, so please do have a look. For all that I've done the unboxing for the I Need It All collection, everything is available individually too. So if you just want to pick and choose some elements, you can do as well. So I've listed and linked everything in the little description below. Now, that is your I Need It All collection, okay? But we have 4 more items that we have split out from the I Need It All that are brand new, but we're selling them as a separate bundle because you will need an A4 die cutting machine to use these. So let me close this box up and let me bring in the next part. So we have got some brand new 8x8 embossing folders. So we've got the beautiful Christmas trees design, which is this one here. And this one is going to emboss like this. Look at that. Beautiful. So that is your Christmas trees 8x8 embossing folder, and that's a standard 2D folder. We've then got our sparkling stars, again a 2D embossing folder. So that's like a standard 8x8 embossing folder. And look, this is the kind of effect you get with this one. This is gorgeous, and I think that one's more than just Christmas. So that's your Sparkling Stars 8x8 embossing folder. And then these ones, you have all been asking a lot of questions on socials about. So these are the 2 new Gilded die sets. So we've got the Gilded squares. So these start at 7.8 inches square and range down to 1.5 inches in size. You've got 14 dies and they come on a magnetic storage sheet as well. But what is so special about these dies is when you die cut them out, they have a little debossed edge. So what that means is you can go in and trace this with either, we found a quickie glue pen really good, or your Dry's clear glue, and add a little glittery kind of channel to your mats and layers. So that one is your Gilded squares. We've also got the Gilded rectangles as well. So this is a bit of a different shape because it's like a rectangle with a bump in the middle. But this is fantastic for creating card blanks, for using on your 8x8 project. It looks beautiful with the wreath in the middle because you've got that circular design, or with the floral Merry Christmas. And again, that comes on your metal magnetic storage sheet, sorry. And again, it's got the little channel, so when you die cut it out, you've got that little debossed frame going around the edge as well. So I've got a couple of finished card samples to show you with those. So this is what you can be doing with the Gilded rectangles. And then to make it stand up, you just need to trim a little bit just off the bottom there. And then it'll just stand like so. So you can see with that Merry Christmas in the middle, adding an oval there too, it works perfectly. Or of course, if you wanted to use it this way around, you could do as well. Equally, they work just as well for your mats and layers on your projects too, like on this one here. Okay, so you can see we've used that in the middle, a little bit of pattern paper down the side. And of course, the Gilded squares, fantastic for your mats and layers, really, really pretty. Or if you just want to create a shaped card with those as well, they work so, so well. So that is the second bundle of items that are available. So that one is your Gilded Christmas embossing folders and die set. So that is what you will receive in that little set there. So all of the items will be available on our website from 6 p.m. on the 25th of July. So we've got lots of brand new goodies coming your way. You can also check everything out online. Honestly, we've got so much on there, and everything is available as the bundle or as individuals too. So if you just want to pick and choose, you can do. Everything has been linked in the description below, and if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, because today, after I've done this little unboxing, I'm filming lots of tutorials with this Gilded Christmas collection. So those videos will all be coming to the channel very, very soon. And then you'll be notified when a new video goes up, which is fabulous. So thank you for joining me today. I really hope you've enjoyed the unboxing of that collection. I always get really nervous for the Christmas collections, but I feel that this one is absolutely gorgeous, and you've got lots of versatility and lots that you are going to be able to do with this one. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.